Hello, welcome to Right Track Consulting's free webinar, Project Management for Beginners. My name is Ojugo Ajunwa. I'm so pleased to have you on this call. So let's hit the ball rolling. Right Track was founded in 2009 and our client's portfolio would range from working with small businesses, multinational companies, public sector entities, and the non-governmental organizations. Our services include consultancy, training, certification exam prep, which we do in person, classroom, or online. So we kind of match it to your availability. If you're available for classroom training, we do that within Nigeria, in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Kaduna, and so on. We also have our online classes that are self-paced. So you just, have a plan, to put in hours every day to make sure that you complete your classes, self-paced. We also offer software application implementation, process improvement, and learning management consultancy. So we help organizations create their learning management systems to cut down on their cost of training. You're actually welcome to our webinar. So in this webinar, you will take away an understanding of what project management really is. You've heard the buzzword thrown everywhere, so today we're going to talk about what it really is, why you should even build a career in project management, your job description, as a project manager, skills you should develop. We'll look at templates you can actually use to kick off just after this call. We'll talk about project management certifications that would position you, for this career and so that you're able to grow quickly in it. So this is level 1 of this particular webinar. We'll also have a level 2 where we delve deeper into other things. We'd love you to comment what would you love to see in level 2. And we'll take your questions. You can leave questions below this video. Also hit the subscribe button, so that you're able to be notified each time we create these webinars. So a bit of introduction would also be beautiful. Share your name. We like to know who we are talking to. Share your name and your location. Tell us about your interest in project management. Are you already working in the industry, or you just want to start a career, quickly in it? So if you have answered yes to wanting to start a career in it, you're actually in the right place. My name is Ojugo Ajunwa. I'm a project management consultant and trainer for the past 20 years. I've had a myriad of roles. In fact, people tell me a portfolio career person, because I've worked across several industries. I'm an author of the book Lessons Learned Managing Projects in Nigeria. You can find the link below this video to a free chapter. I'm also a co-author of the book A Day in the Life of a Project Manager, alongside 50 other project managers across the world. This is available on Amazon, and so many other things and accomplishments of note. So for me, my career has really been highlighted by being a project management consultant, a project management trainer, a project management specialist. You can find me on LinkedIn, with my name, and I would love to connect back with you. So I was introduced to project management career by my last formal boss, many years ago, and I've pursued my career path passionately. And I love that over 20 years of my work experience, I've been able to impact people within my country, Nigeria, and outside the shores of our nation. Would love to also make that same impact with you, and that's what we are promising with this foundational webinar, where we talk about building your career, and you can do this. So you will take home a good understanding of your next steps. What next steps should you take to build an enduring career? So a bit of housekeeping. Please turn off notifications on your phone, your TV. Get your journal ready, your pen, your journal. We want to have a valuable conversation. Who else is excited? I want to see your excitement in the comment box. So we'll take a quick poll. I love my webinars to be interactive. Have you managed projects before? Have you managed projects before? If you have, tell us in the comments, what industry are you in? And then how many years of experience do you have? Share with us. We'll, take it because some people will come in later to catch this. So we'll take it as we get you commenting as quickly as possible. So that is it. I would move this over to this side so that it doesn't obstruct my view. So our introduction to project management, we'll understand who project managers are. What does project management even mean? You hear that buzzword. What does it mean? We'll look at the growth statistics in the industry. So let's go ahead. I hope you're ready. So who is a project manager? A project manager is that person in charge of, making ideas come to life. Someone has an idea, he doesn't know how do I make it come to life. So the project manager is that person that is that kind of bridges that gap, the gap of execution, because a lot of people do not know how to, execute on their ideas. And that's what the project manager's role is all about. So he's that person in charge of conceptualizing, organizing, and executing projects within an organization, a company, and so on. You're expected to create comprehensive work plans, facilitate productivity of team members, align projects to business goals, and then communicate project statuses. Oftentimes, it comes with perks that would encourage and enable you to have a flexible schedule, and secure better job positions in the future. Do you know that project managers also work remotely? In today's remote world, and all of that, you can actually manage projects remotely, so really important to note. So let's move ahead. So this is who a project manager is. And then next we'll look at what is project management. So project management is the way a person would organize and manage resources that are necessary to complete a project. People that manage projects, we call them project managers. That's that job title that you've been hearing about. I'm sure most of us have even done a bit of it, from the survey and the, information that we would get. So next, what is a project? What is a project? A project is a piece of work which is not a process or an operation. So it has a start and an end time. And there are business goals tied to projects. So projects can be simple, like organizing a birthday party, or very complex, like building a space rocket. Projects can also be very complex, like building a space rocket. So project can be really simple. It can even be you saying, oh, I want to write an ebook, or I want to travel to Jamaica or South Africa, I want to go on a road trip. It's a project. It can also be really complex. Projects are common in the construction industry, the telecom industry, and the IT industry. The management of a project, therefore, would require special skills. And that's why we are here and we are talking to you. Project managers do not need to know how to do all of the work that may be needed in a project. For instance, as a building project manager, you don't need to know how to mix concrete to make a building. You just need to know how to manage the people, show leadership, motivate them, know how much it costs for what they want to put in, what should happen when, your schedule, the risks involved, you should be able to monitor them and so on. So those are the roles project managers would perform. So let's look at the industry growth statistics. This industry has truly grown over time. It's not where it used to be 20 years ago. So project management as a career, 61% of organizations provide project management training, while 47% have a clear career path for project professionals. so they know exactly where you should be as you move into the organization. This is according to the Project Management Institute, PMI, as of 2020. An estimated 1.279390 million project management specialists and business operations specialists are employed just in the US alone. And, we are being told even into 2026, there is a skill gap coming, if more project managers do not get on board. So it's a good time, it's a growth area. Project management certification holders also earn salaries that are 22% more than those without certifications, according to the Project Management Institute. As of 2021 January, the average pay for a project manager was $66,137 per year. This is according to Glassdoor, and as of 2021. Approximately 6% more organizations, 6% more organizations have a PMO now compared to what it was in 2019. This is according to Wellington. 74% of project professionals believe that more employees would work from home, according to Wellington. That means your opportunities are limitless. You can even do some hours outside of your own normal work hours for countries that are behind you. Like I'm in Nigeria, some countries behind us could be 8 hours behind. You could do 1 or 2 hours here and there on different projects, depending on what you want. So let's move into the career. What are the skills, the career paths, and the certifications you would need for this career, the project management career? So first of all, the project career would help you work in a variety of industries. So because project managers are needed in a variety of industries, it's a beautiful place to move into. Maybe you started out as an officer, and all of that. And over the years, to grow your own career, you need to take a look at playing management roles. And this is a beautiful place to start from. Maybe you came up as an architect, you started up as an architect, a civil engineer, a banker, someone in IT, you code. You can also move into managing IT projects, managing construction projects, managing building design projects, and so on. So the list is actually endless. Okay. So let's look at project management career paths. It can be difficult to tell exactly what a job is going to entail until you're actually doing it. And of course, it's possible to mold a job to suit once you establish the need. But generally, here are some early stage roles that project managers would play. Project assistant, project coordinator or administrator. Now, usually if you have some level of experience, you may not come in as an assistant, of course. You may come in as a coordinator or an administrator. Then the project management support, you could be a PMO officer, a project manager. That's what we meant there. Program manager, portfolio manager. Program managers manage, project managers, and different projects they are all coordinating. Portfolio managers would manage programs, and then project managers. And then you can even have a higher role, the PMO director, when you have a lot of experience below your belt over the years. So let's take a look at key skills you're supposed to have: leadership skills, problem-solving skills, communication skills, information tech skills, purchasing, negotiation skills, accounting skills. So the list of skills are actually endless. But really important is communication skills, because project managers, according to PMI, should spend 90% of their time communicating with internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, the team, the sponsors, and all of that. So communication is so key. Being able to think of problems, solutions to problems on your feet, really important. Being proactive, not reactive, really important. Having a bit of IT skills, because sometimes we're using tools these days, remote work tools these days. So it's important to also have that below your belt. So there we go with the manager's job role definition, what project management is, what projects are, how you can start in the career line, skills you should have, and so on. Remember, if you have any questions, it's a good time to drop them below this video. Again, we'll talk about project management templates. What are the tools you need for this job? So let's move ahead. We are making good progress, So let's first of all take a look at templates. What are templates? So I will define templates. A template is a form, a mold, or pattern used as a guide to making something. So here are some examples. A ruler, as we know it. I don't have a ruler here. I think I have a tape. So for instance, a tape is a template for getting the right measurements, around whatever thing tailors use this a lot, so that they are not having design flaws and all of that. Just like that, when you want to draw a straight line, a ruler would help you get that straight line done in a jiffy. A document is actually a template, what we refer to as project templates, in which the standard opening, middle, closing parts are already filled in, so you customize it to suit your purpose. So here we'll talk about 4 key templates. I think I'll be able to share, some of them as we move on. So we have the project kickoff meeting. Recently I had someone, because we also do web development, as a service in our organization, and we had someone come in who said, my website is not doing anything for me. I want you to restructure it. So yesterday we had the kickoff meeting where we have all the things we discussed documented, all what the client would want documented, so that there is no confusion, there is clarity. That's why project managers are required, so that there is clarity on what you're executing on. Then you have the next stage will now be the requirements documentation, where you list all the requirements that you would need to take off this project. So if you ask me, these templates I'm sharing with you are really key and important. I will drop our email address below if you require a copy of it, or better still, when you comment on this video and say you want the project template, we'll put it in a Google Drive and give you free access, so that you're able to start working on projects formally and professionally. Then there is the project charter. The charter document will define the project, what the project is about, who the key stakeholders are, and all of that. And it's signed off by the project sponsor. So chartering your project, really important. And then you have your stakeholder register. So this contains a list of all the stakeholders that you would meet on that project, their role on the project, their interest, are they supporters of this project, and all of that. So you would have all of these templates handy if you're beginning your work as a project manager. And there are a myriad of other templates out there, but these are key ones, I believe. So, these are the templates we'll share with you. Because of time, we may not go through it line by line, but you can just comment, I would love the project templates, and we'll put them together in a Google Drive link and make it accessible to you and your teams. All right, so we get to the juicy part. This is not a very lengthy video, but I hope you're getting a lot of value from the conversation. So we'll talk about project management certifications. When you go for an interview and things like that, the hiring manager, the personnel manager, the recruiter, even if you're saying, oh, I have a lot of experience managing projects, and there are no certifications, especially if it's a criteria, it may make you not get the job, really. it may really make you not get the job. So that's why we're talking about certifications. This formalizes your knowledge so that when you're presenting yourself for a job, a promotion, they're able to understand why you need it because of the value you're bringing to the table. So we'll talk about a few certifications that are so popular out there that you could, kick off with. So the first one is the Prince 2 Foundation. So there is foundation, again there is practitioner, and it's even an easier exam than the popular PMP from the PMI, the Project Management Institute. So it's simpler to do. Prince 2 stands for Projects in Controlled Environments. The examining body is Axelos. Then there is the CAPM. Those that have 3 years of experience and less can approach this exam. The examining body is PMI. Then you have the PMP. The minimum years of experience required to write this is 3 to 5 years of experience managing projects. Again, this is so popular. I think there are 1 million PMPs across the globe as at the last time I checked. So they will, at Right Track, will provide you support and guidance to write any of these exams. We also do the Agile Project Management certifications, pass you through the exam prep and all of that. Apart from certifications, we do short courses for project teams, so you could use that as part of onboarding people when they're about to start on a new project. So let's take a look at some of our success stories. Our client, Godwin Okoduwa, I'll just read quickly what he says. He says, I passed with about a week of preparation. He actually took our courses online, the PMP courses. He's based in Lagos, Nigeria, and he's an LPG sales and marketing person, but he's a project enthusiast. So he did his training online. Within a week of preparing, after that training, he was able to write his exam, and he's recommended it to project managers and professionals in IT, oil and gas industries. Then there are other success stories. There are so many, but because of time, we have to just put in this few. Kelechi Wampa, he works with INEC. He says, after many weeks of procrastination, I faced it and here it is. I passed my PMP exam. Many thanks to people that pushed and prepped me. Kudos to the excellent team at Right Track Consulting. Even after your trainings, we have a support group on WhatsApp. We do monthly Zoom calls, Q&A calls, just to make sure you're prepared to write your exam. Then we have Shehu Idris. He did the Prince 2 Foundation. I love his testimonial. He says, I'm in between jobs at the time of writing, and in a particular interview where I was so hopeful, I was disqualified because I had no project management certification. Oh dear. We don't like to hear about that. Thanks to Right Track, I was able to take my classes, write my certification exams on the 4th day in... Okay, so just a moment, I had a little glitch. So yeah, Shehu was now able to write on the 4th day and pass in flying colors, at 90%, and he's well established now in his career. This was a few years ago. So we have 2 offers for you. One would save you, on your career journey, 31,000 naira, Nigerian naira, when you take our online PMP classes based on the current PMBOK 6th edition, and, have access to the PMP exam simulator that mimics, the real exam. You have access to all of this for 1 year. Normally you would have paid 121,000, but we're taking off 31,000. You would only pay 89,900. But this is a short, limited time offer. It's available from October 15th to 31st, 2021. So the time is ticking. It's a good time to get it for you and your team. So the second offer is for those that, okay, I don't want a certification right now, but I want a bit of mentoring. So our project management mentoring program would walk you and your team through basics of project management, developing your charter, your program charter, setting up your PMO, and a bit of support from us, here and there as you have questions when you go through it. So we have 50% off on this offer, still valid by October 31st. We'll share the links to the two below the video so that it's easy to access. So there we go. I hope you got a lot of value from this conversation and you're ready to go. You're all pumped to start out your career in project management. If you still have some questions, please feel free to drop below this video, and do subscribe to our channel because we'll have a level 2 training, for the beginner project manager. We'll talk about building your resume, being able to pitch your service as a project manager, remote work sites you can start applying on, and all of that. Who is as excited and who wants to be on that call? Comment below. So thank you so much. I don't want it to be so lengthy. You can contact us on WhatsApp with this number. Our email is also available over here. You can actually screenshot this or note it down, pause the video, note it down. That is our website address. We look forward to seeing you and having that conversation to grow your career. Thank you so much for listening in. I appreciate you. Stay blessed.